Hi, my name is Therese Toth, and this video was created and developed by the Department of Instructional Technology for Norfolk Public Schools. In this video, you will learn about using the calendar feature in Canvas. So the calendar feature is incredibly powerful in Canvas. It is a global feature, meaning that users can see all courses, assignments, and events in one place. Calendars can be filtered by selecting or deselecting courses in the sidebar. The calendar is designed to display up to 10 calendars at any given time. In the instructor view, the calendar is used for reminding students of graded assignments with specific due dates. The calendar automatically syncs with other features in Canvas, such as assignments, syllabus, and grades. So if you create, change, or delete the due date of any assignment on the calendar, it will show up in all of the areas and vice versa. You can change dates easily by dragging and dropping assignments from one date to another. So how do we use the calendar as an instructor? In the global navigation, by clicking on the calendar link. And you'll notice that I start out in month view, but you can select week view or agenda view. They always have this little tiny calendar over here so that you can scroll forward and get future dates and scroll back and look at past dates as well. The next thing you'll see is the calendar, are the calendars that are available to me. And so I'm going to select a few now that are going to start populating some things for us on the calendar to look at. The calendar spans all courses and displays information for each of your enrolled courses and groups. So you can choose to look at the calendar as we did by week, month, or agenda view. To add events to a calendar, you can select the plus, or you can simply click in the box. We're going to select the plus now because there are several features here. You can create an event, the due date, and it automatically makes this a full day. So this is a full day event. The location, and then select the calendar that you want this to populate in. You can create an assignment. For instance, if you're planning out what the next month is going to look like or the next few days are going to look like, you can quickly add assignments, put their due dates, the course that they're in, and then what category they would be in. And then you can go back later and edit. If you decide that in the middle of putting this information in, you might as well edit and create the assignment, you can do so by selecting more options. You can create a to-do list. And so simply title, date, what time it's due, and then again, what calendar you want that to be in, and then submit. And then one of my favorites, the appointment group. And this is for working with our students or with different teams and groups. So let's go ahead and select a name for this one, and we're just going to call this welcome. And I'm going to select a date for it. We're going to put this on Monday. And we're going to start this one at 8 a.m. and we're going to end it at 3 p.m. There we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have 30-minute slots that are available for people to choose from, or my students to choose from. I'm going to select Go, and it's created 30-minute slots for them. My location would probably be a Zoom link. And then I would select the calendar that I want it to populate in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my test calendar and select Done. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to limit each time slot to just one user. If I were going to meet with groups, I could either have them sign up in groups, or I could allow them to see who else is signed up and then change the participation to several at one time. I can give an explanation for it and select Publish. Once I do that, you can see that all of those time slots are available here now. Actually, there'd be another one that I think that goes to 3 o'clock. I'm not sure. So the next thing that we're going to do is take a look at what it looks like from the student's perspective. So I'm going to go to Courses, and I'm in Test. I'm going to select Student View. And then I can either select View Course Calendar here, or I can simply come over to my calendar. And remember, for the student, if they select Calendar here, if they have multiple calendars chosen at one time, they'll all populate here. If they had selected course calendar, it would have just shown actually what it's showing for us right now is because we're just in this one course. Now, what you're probably wondering is, where did those appointments go? The students have to select, and we need to remind them to select Find an Appointment. And so they're going to find an appointment in this course and click Select. From here, they can pick an appointment time and they can reserve it. Now, let's say they change their mind, or they're just testing to see if they can take more than one slot. And remember our rules. We're going to say they want to select Reserve there. A pop-up asks, do they want to cancel the existing reservation and sign up for this one? You're already signed up for one. Would you like to cancel that and take this one? So they can reschedule or do nothing. At this point, we're going to leave Student View, come back into our calendars. And now you can see that one of these is taken. So if I hover over it, that time slot has been taken, and I can see it's by my test student. So I think this is one of the most powerful tools. I really like it for asynchronous Wednesday appointments, for school counseling appointments, for all those kinds of good things. Okay. So as we're looking at our calendar, we can see that the events on our calendar are color-coded and aligned with the colors on the calendars that we have populated. We also have undated events. And so these are assignments that simply, or events that do not have due dates, but are here so that our students can still see them. So there are different icons next to the event titles. And so this is just a calendar event. This is an assignment. This is a test. And this is a discussion. So you'll be able to tell what kind of event or item is on your calendar by the icon associated with it. You'll notice that we have 2 assignments that have been crossed through, and that simply means the due date has passed and that all of the assignments have been turned in and graded. If you have an item on your calendar that does not have a time next to it, that means that there was no due date or appointment time selected with it. So it's an all-day event, and you can tell that by the end time, 11:59 p.m. And you can see that for this one as well. Like if I had changed it to 3 p.m., you would have been able to see that. This is a event with a time associated with it, and you can see that 11 a.m. is next to the title of the event. You also have the option of creating multiple day events, and you do that simply by either clicking in this window or by coming back up to the plus, create a new event. And we're going to call this winter break. And we're going to have it start on the 21st. And then we're going to put it in our test calendar. And as I do that, just want to point out that when I change calendars, the color, this toolbar up here changes colors. So as I go through, you can see that it's selecting the right calendar. So I'm going to put this in my test and select Submit. And so winter break obviously extends beyond just the 21st. And by hovering over the date, I can just click and drag it over. So now winter break covers multiple days. If you had assignments that covered multiple days or sessions that were covering multiple days, you could use it that way as well. Now that we have some items on our calendar, let's take a look at what it looks like in different views. So in the week view, we can see that we have office hours here. And then we had all the way very down at the bottom that test that had the due date and time of 11:59 p.m. So those are always going to show up way at the bottom of this view. And then the agenda view, here's our quiz test that we had, and then all of those appointments that were available, and this one has been filled with test student. And then we've got some different examples as we scroll through. Thank you for watching this video. If you need additional support, please contact your building ITRT